Hey, Evan, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Mr. May. How you doing?
Good. Let's go ahead and have a seat, and we'll go ahead and get everything rolling. First off, where are you from?
I am from a little town outside of Charlotte, North Carolina called Gastonia.
Gastonia. Okay, yeah, that ain't too far from here at all. Um, how have you been feeling lately
I've
on
been
a
all right.
day-to-day basis?
I've been all right. I could be better, you know. I've been a little depressed lately, you know, just a little sad state of mind.
What are some of the things that have maybe brought out that depression, or what are the areas that really kind of bring that mood out?
Well, when I do get like this, I tend to sleep in a lot, not go out as much, but I also tend to hit the bottle a little bit. You know, I'm not one to discourage the bottle. Probably something I shouldn't do, but I do. That's one way for me to calm myself or help myself feel better when I am feeling depressed.
Okay. Have you ever thought of any other alternatives other than drinking? Maybe, um, what are some activities that you
Well,
like to do?
sports. I'm a sports guy. You know, me and my friends go play a round of disc golf at the local course, or go play some pickup football, some pickup soccer. You know, something like that.
I've definitely played soccer, so I definitely feel you on that. Definitely feel you. So you don't do those anymore? Is that something you used to do, and then now you kind of, it seems like you're sticking more to the drinking
Yeah, sports
and
was
not
definitely
that?
something that I used to do a lot, but not so much anymore. And the depression state's really one of those things that made it to where I'm not as active as I used to be. And instead, I've switched to unhealthier alternatives.
Okay, have you ever thought about maybe going back to those? Maybe not doing as much of the drinking? Maybe getting more involved, like what you said before, with soccer and disc golf, things like that. Maybe getting more into that state of mind.
Yeah, I've definitely tried to stop drinking as much as I used to, and get back out there like I used to, you know?
So,
It's harder when you're already in that state of mind, that lifestyle, to get back out of it and get back into the grooves is what you used to do.
very true. Well, do you prefer? Are you the type of guy that prefers to stay at home, or go out and do activities and maybe try some new things? You know, like maybe there's some new things, some new activities that you haven't even heard of that you could try, and boom, that could be another way, to maybe help deal with this depression and kind of wing off of the drinking side of things. Does that make you feel better when you drink? You think, does that solve things?
At times, it makes things seem simpler, and not even that. You don't even when you're drunk, you don't really have to think about anything, you know. So it just makes life a little bit easier.
So would you say that the depression kind of goes hand in hand with the drinking, or is there times that you're not depressed and you still drink, or is it one of those things where it's like only when you're feeling depressed is when you really drink and you kind of go all out? Or
It is one of those things where if I'm depressed, you know, I'll drink, but you know, I'll also drink if I'm not feeling that way. But then there's times where drinking puts me in that state of mind. But I would definitely say when I do get a little depressed, I do try to go straight for alcohol instead of just dealing with it another way.
when did that first come about? When you really first made that transition from, focusing on the sports and things like you said, and kind of like, what was that point where you were just like, boom, got
Well,
introduced into drinking, or was it a friend, or?
when I left home and came to college, it got a little bit easier to do stuff that you couldn't normally do at home. And so I would definitely say being here the past 3 years has really helped me, but yet not helped me in that same sense. To whereas, like, if I am sad and all I need to do is drink something, it's easy for me to acquire it, just because where we are and how we live as college students.
Okay. So you think if you were in another environment with depression, then you wouldn't be drinking? It's just because more of the college aspect, or
Yeah,
like would you would think of other alternatives depending on where you were?
yeah. It's definitely the situation because but it would be a better situation than back home because where I'm from, we have a lot worse things than alcohol to worry about. So definitely, me hitting the bottle is definitely better than doing something hardcore back home. You know. But yeah, it's just so it's easy. So it's it's something that can just be done. So I do it.
You more of a like keep to yourself, like even when so this is out of depression, just you normal day. You the one to hang around others a lot, or you more independent, kind of stay off to yourself?
Oh, I love hanging out with the friends. From hanging out with my friends, that's one of the best parts about being here at a school is the fact that every year you're all around all your buddies and you're all doing the same thing. You're all either working on homework or y'all just got done and we all want to go somewhere. But I'm definitely more of a hanging out with the friends kind of guy.
So maybe using some of that as a way, the friendships and the people that you hang with to do other things, like I was talking about before. We're trying to find other activities and other things around Greenville, potentially to do instead of drinking. Have you thought about that?
Oh yeah, definitely. And my friend group has tried to urge me to come and do more stuff with them, especially when I get in that state of mind where I'm just like, nah, I want to stay home and drink and just not think about anything. And they're like, nah, dude, come downtown with us, do this, do that. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm not really feeling it. But then there are days where I am, and if you were to ask my friend group, they probably tell you that they prefer me better when I'm like that than the other days.
Yeah. So, what are some avenues or some outlets that we can maybe write down and try to see if those things could, be an alternative for the drinking and, the depression side of things, if we could, because I feel like that just is more of like a cycle, the depression and drinking versus something like, what's something that you like really want to do or are really passionate about? Is there anything you're just like passionate about that you enjoy?
Well, I enjoy writing music. That's one thing I enjoy doing. I pour. That's one thing you can pour some passion into is definitely writing music. My family, I'm always constantly talking to my aunts, my uncles, my little cousins.
Yeah.
They're always wishing me to get better and stuff like that. And let's see, what else? Sports was definitely used to be a passion, but as I got older, I feel I grew out of that scene and fell off as an athlete. So that was something that I definitely used to do a lot.
That's kind of more something in the past, though, not something, not an activity of, the present and the future we could work on.
Something right now, though, I mean,